so to start out practicing for tryouts, you're going to start in one corner of the gym. Typically, they'll tell you where you're going to start at. You're going to start in one corner, and you want to come into the gym. The judges are already going to be set up at their table, and they're going to have their tryout sheets on the table in front of them. So once you enter the gym, you're already being judged before they ever even start writing down the first set of numbers about you. So you want to come in, have your chin up, your chest up, and have your hands on your hips and a smile on your face. You never want the smile to leave. You always want to keep your eyes open really big and engaging in the judges. Never take your eyes off the judges. During this tryout process, they are the only people that matter. So make sure once you enter into the gym that you stand here, chest up, chin up, smiling, trying to win over the judges the moment you enter into the gym. Okay, so now that you've entered into the gym and it's your time to try out, you're going to be standing over there in the corner of the gym. You're going to have your hands on your hips, and then they're going to call out your number, which you'll be wearing, somewhere on your shorts or shirt, however your sponsor decides that you'll be numbered. All right, so you're going to be standing there, and the judges will call out your number, contestant number 8. You're going to want to be prepared to show spirit right then, and then do your run out. So a lot of people just go ahead and just call this your run out, the whole sequence here. So I'm just going to show you right now how to show spirit. Really important, you want to make sure when you're showing spirit that you look directly at the judges. You don't want to be looking over there somewhere. There's nobody there. Your judges are in the middle of the gym, so make sure you keep eye contact with them. You want to make sure that you're yelling, you're as loud as you possibly can be, and that your voice carries to them and is just exciting to hear. So I'm going to give you an example. And I'm going to do St. Frederick's because I am the cheer coach there. So, here goes. All right, let's go Warriors! For number 1, let's hear it, Big Blue! After which, you're going to want to clean and then throw your running pass, okay? Now, for your running pass, you want to throw whatever you can throw that's going to be clean and you know you can land with confidence. So if you're working on a round off back handspring back tug, but you don't always land it, I would not recommend you throw that if you have tryouts coming up in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So in that case, you'd want to throw a round off back handspring, which is called a round off series, or just a simple round off back handspring. I'm about to show you how you would enter in, show your spirit, do your round off back handspring, and then show spirit after that. So once you do your round off back handspring, what's going to happen is you're going to show spirit back to wherever the judges tell you that's where you're trying at. There'll either be a big circle in the middle of your gym and you'll stand in a mascot head, or they'll have an X on the mat, something, but it'll be directly in the middle of the tryout area in the middle, and the judges will be in front of you on a panel. So here goes the entire entrance into for tryouts. So all right, let's hear it, Warriors, for number 1. Let's go, Big Blue. All right, Warriors, for number 1. Let's hear it, Warriors. Beat those Eagles. All right, so now that you've done your run out, you're going to show spirit back to the center of the floor, and you're going to be standing directly in front of the judges like I am you. So you're going to stand there, and you're going to have your hands on your hips. Remember to keep your chest up, chin up, smile, keep your eyes open really big, and constantly. If you have a panel of 4 judges, you want to constantly look, make eye contact, bounce back and forth between those judges, because they're all judging you, and you want to make sure that you give them equal amount of time, and you want to make that connection with each judge. So, and you also want to make sure that you're not hurried through this. Your adrenaline's going to be running, so it's going to be very hard to slow down. So you're going to have to try your best to slow your breathing down, calm down, and relax, and know that they are just human beings, just like you and I. They do this for a living, and you want to entertain them. So with that said, you want to make sure that you don't get in any rush, because you want these judges to have, a lasting impression of you. So they're going to ask you for your toe touch. So the head judge, which typically is sitting in the middle of the table, will say, toe touch, please. So you'll want to have your hands on your hips, smiling, and you'll want to look at the judges, explain that. You're going to do your toe touch, hold it for about 2 seconds. That way it shows control. And then you're going to want to show spirit again, and then go right back to standing with your hands on your hips. You want to let the judges know that you have complete confidence in your jump. You want to make sure that you do your jump slow enough that they know that you have confidence in your jumps, in yourself, and that you're prepared to make the team. So I'm going to do that one more time and show you that you want to make sure that you throw your toe touch slow. A lot of girls come in here, or if they haven't been coached, they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is fine if you're already on the team and you're being coached and you're trying to do it as a team. But when you're trying out individually. Okay, so when you get ready to do your toe touch for the judges, let me break this down for you. You want to make sure that you do it slow. You're not in any hurry. Those judges are being paid to sit there, and so you want to entertain them. You want to make sure that they don't forget your face or your jumps or your enthusiasm. So you'll stand there with your hands on your hips. Make sure you stay in the center of the mat. There's always that one judge that their pet peeve if somebody is, off center. So make sure that you always stay directly on center. So you'll stand with your hands on your hips, chest high, chin up, eyes open, and they'll say, toe touch, please. Let's go, Warriors! We're number 1. Let's get fired up, Warriors! All right, now I'll break that down for you. Just make sure that you're loud. You show control by going slow, that you make eye contact with all of the judges. Now the next thing you're gonna have to do is an optional jump. When girls come in here, sometimes they don't even know the meaning of an optional jump. So I'm gonna assume that you may not either. An optional jump is something other than a toe touch. It can be a front hurdler, it can be a herky, it can be a pike. Those are typically your main 3 jumps. I personally like the front hurdler. That was always my best jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that. Or actually I may do a herky instead. But I'm gonna show you the difference in the two. When you do a herky, you're gonna face the judges. Your arms are gonna be just like they are in a toe touch. One leg is gonna come up like a toe touch. The other leg is gonna bend up like a tabletop. You want your toe pointed, and you want your knee high, and you want your leg back. So it's just like that, all right? Let's go, Warriors! We're number 1! Let's beat those Eagles! Okay, so now you understand what a herky is. If that's not your best jump, I would recommend going with the front hurdler. To do a front hurdler, you're gonna face the diagonal of whichever leg you're kicking forwards. So I do a let me correct myself. I do a right front hurdler. So in order to do that, I'm gonna turn and face the right diagonal. My arms are still gonna go into a high V to prep for it. I'm gonna swing all the way around, and your arms are gonna go all the way up to the top. Okay, you want your fists facing one another. Make sure your thumbs are beside your fingers, not inside your fists, but beside them. You want your hands facing one another, and you want them at forehead level. You don't want to bring your chest down, and you don't want your arms too high. You want them right at forehead level. So, when the judges say optional, if your jump is a front hurdler, you're going to turn and face the side. Remember to keep your chest up, chin up. Still smiling, even though the judges are there. Here's where you're facing. Let's go, Warriors! All right, safe projects for number 1! Okay, let me explain just a couple things right there that you may need to know. Once you do that jump, you're still going to land it to the side. You want to hold that landing. If you come down a little short and your feet move out a little bit, bring them right back in and hold it for 2 seconds. Because what that's showing the judges in your body language is, hey, I knew that I should have landed with my feet together. I stepped out a little bit, but I brought it back in. So that's going to help you get a few extra points by showing the judges with your body language that you knew how to land it. You just accidentally stepped out of the landing. So you're going to hold it for just a couple seconds, keeping your chest up. Your head can either be up or down, doesn't matter. And then from that, you're going to want to make sure you angle yourself back forwards to show spirit to the judges. You don't want to show spirit over there. There's no one there. All right, so that concludes what you need to know for tryouts. After what I've just shown you is going to be the material that the coaches, sponsors, whoever it is that's going to be teaching you the material. This is where that part will begin. They will teach you a cheer, maybe a chant, and a dance. The main thing you want to remember is you want to leave a lasting impression on the judges. You want to make sure that you crack their faces. And by that I mean you want to make them smile. You want to make them enjoy watching you. The judges are going to sit there and they may be bored. They're sitting there all day. They're sitting there for hours and they're watching the same cheer, the same dance over and over again. So you've got to make sure that you're fun to watch. And if you're fun to watch, you made the team. It's that simple. All right, now this concludes our video. I want to make sure that I leave you with these last little bits of information. You want to make sure when you get out there for the judges that you have a lot of confidence. The judges can tell that right off the bat from the moment you enter into the gym. Make sure you have a lot of fun. Make sure you keep eye contact with the judges. And after everything you do, show spirit. Let the judges know that you're full of energy. Make them laugh. Make them enjoy watching you. And one more thing, when you do your toe touches and your optional jumps, if you do it and you know that wasn't your best, immediately stand back up and ask them if you can do it again. It's okay. And that goes for the cheer as well. Sometimes during the dance, they won't allow you to do that because you're out there usually in groups of 2 or 3. And so they can't just let the groups constantly keep redoing the dance over and over again. But you can do the cheer at least once or twice if you mess up. So just keep that in mind. And once again, we can help you get ready for tryouts. I know it's only a few short weeks away, but you're more than welcome to come in here and let us help you. We will also have a few nights of open gym where you can pay to come in here and just use the gym all night to practice anything you need to for tryouts. So good luck. I wish you the best, and I hope you make the team.